Thank you. Meeting is called to order. First speaker is Leonard Clark.
Thank you, Council Members Waring and Thelda Williams of my beautiful district. My name is Leonard Clark, and I live in District 1. I was born in Phoenix, and I love being here, especially when it's starting to cool off. I wanted to start off with, I hope everybody in my community, and I'm guilty of this myself, are not taking for granted our police and our fire, our paramedics, all of these folks. We've had at least 2 fatalities in another Valley City. And I would also like to wish condolences to those officers who lost their lives in the line of duty protecting our families, our community. And I'm still hoping for the day that the City of Phoenix Police can get what was promised to them as far as compensation. But I just want to say this is a nice day because today, dark money lost in the City of Phoenix. Democracy won. And I want to thank all of the people in the City of Phoenix for seeing that people with no names who donate anonymously, who come into our beautiful city of Phoenix, cannot take over our democracy. Thank you very much.
Next is, I'm sorry if I mispronounced this, Araceli Montoya. Oh.
Hi, good afternoon. Council members, I am here representing the Pendergast School District. I'm here to share some of the great things that we're doing in the Pendergast School District with you, and also to formally invite you, on behalf of Dr. Lily DeBlue, our superintendent, to one of our community council meetings. Again, thank you also for the service that you provide to the City of Phoenix. Thank you. Do I just give these to you to...
All right, thank you. Next is Pat Vint.
Yes, I am Pat Vinn, and I'm very disgusted that we don't have 9 council people or 8 and a mayor up there. What the hell good does it do to talk to the walls? This is a disaster. John and myself and we just got back from the MAG meeting where we met with all the managers except for the City of Phoenix manager. The assistant didn't even show up until it was late. This is a disgrace. Phoenix being the biggest city in the area, 6th largest in the nation, has got to be rated the worst. This is awful. Aaron Carrion, the city prosecutor, just retired. I was going to come down Monday, but they probably wouldn't have let me in a room with him because I'd have had to kick his ass. He's useless, so good thing he's gone. The only thing he does, he prosecutes citizens. If you're a city prosecutor and you're getting paid by citizens, why don't you prosecute the criminals that are here in the city? Thank you, Thelda, for listening. But quite often you'll have a smile on your face. But you know, you've served twice as acting mayor, so you've been around a long time. This item 487 should have never had to come up, because you and everybody on the council is part of the problem. And as 2 past city managers, I have 2 private detectives here that work for the City of Phoenix, but they carry my back. And the little blonde over here, she covers everything. The sergeant of the police here. So something needs to be done different. And I see Greg doesn't have a very good smile on his face today because he lost. Most of the Democrats lost. You should be on the right side. I remember being a Democrat way back when I was a little kid on the farm. But then everybody was Democrats then because they were the party of the people. And they said, well, the GOP, the Grand Old Party, well, most people are working for somebody else, so they hate business people. And that is a disaster, too. That idiot we got in the White House said, we didn't build that. The government built it. No, they didn't. If it hadn't been for citizens first, there wouldn't be a country. If it wasn't for citizens here in Phoenix, there wouldn't even be a city. And I'm kind of upset that I made a mistake and settled in Phoenix in 1952. But I thought, really, that's all there was here, the city of Phoenix. All the little towns around just had to get along or they'd throw them in a river. That's terrible. So you don't appreciate anything, most of you. The problem is that you're going to have all this stuff today and all the seats are empty. There's a reason for that. Because citizens know if they come down here, they'll be treated like trash. Just throw them in the dumpster. They don't need them. People that are elected, and you appoint people. When you appoint somebody,
Thank you very much, Pat.
they can be fired too. Is that it? You're cutting me off?
Well, I think the time is up. We have 3 minutes, up to 3 minutes, and 3 minutes is up, and I have 3 other cards that we have to get to in advance of our meeting. But thank you very much for your time and coming
Thank
down
you
for
very
citizen
much.
request. John Rusnick is up next, up to 3 minutes, John, followed by Diane Barker and Louis Schmidt, if we can get there before our meeting starts. John, up to 3 minutes.
My name is John Rusnick. I've spoke here quite a few times on dust. I just want to know that, let everybody know, a few weeks ago I had a meeting with Mrs. Janovich and Alan Stevenson and Chris Hallett on this dust problem. We met, we talked about it twice over the summer. All the times that we were there, all the evidence that I brought, which is a large, pretty large box of evidence, hundreds of pictures, nobody would even look at any of my evidence, and this has been going on since 2012. We go to a meeting with somebody with the city. All the city people do is just sit there. I take current pictures from 2 years ago, and I have a log that every bit of vehicles that transported over that driveway in the back of the yard, nobody has ever sat down with me and said, I want to look at your evidence. Now, in one meeting, Sal DeCiccio asked about the gravel that I mentioned about the size that they put in the alleyways. And what they got 700-2, I believe it is, state ordinance that says all land that is over 3,000 square feet has to be dust-proofed. Well, my neighbor's backyard just happens to be around 6,000 square feet or more. Nobody will even talk to me about that ordinance or look at anything, none of my evidence whatsoever. So I think it's pretty sad that a citizen has to go, and it will be going on 10 years now since I put this in. Nobody, not one person from the city, looked at my evidence.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rusnick, for coming down again. Ms. Barker, you're next.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Diane Barker, District 7. And first of all, in regards to the public process, I was able to talk with Chris Meyer, who was helpful, and he said that he will have a way of providing these particular citizen comment periods so that the public can pull them up on the city website, that he did agree that the way the city, well, he didn't say this, but I'm saying this, the way the city council has determined the public process, it's bifurcated, meaning separate, the citizenry is not a part of the formal agenda. Therefore, we're not a meeting because you have to have a quorum. You don't have one now. And our public comments aren't a part of the official records of the clerk. So they're going to try to do, I think he's got a good intent. And he's really covering for you, council. So, we'll applaud Chris until we can get this in the citizens' favor. The other thing, I was at MAG today. MAG's our regional transportation, among other issues, and you all sometime go there. You weren't there today, unfortunately, but they did provide a city central, and this is really a good map of the one of their latest studies. And, they go on to tell, how it differs from other studies, because this one really not only looked to see where we were building on undeveloped land the last time and anticipated travel, but it goes on beyond to even look out how the building would be if we used a multimodal and different ways of getting around than we are. If you want something different, you have to vote for something that's different from yourself. Because let's face it, most people go by single occupancy vehicle. I let them know that the resounding majority of people that came to the city council did not want the South Mountain bypass, and I was surprised that somebody from the council, maybe Mr. DeCiccio, didn't take this over to MAG and, let them know. And also, I don't have this for sure, but I'd like to have Councilman DeCiccio let us know that he wouldn't be voting on something that maybe he had a conflict of interest. I know he's been a real estate man. If he has land in the way that he could benefit on the build out of this, I think that he should use his integrity and not be a part of that. And I think he should take the people's will over to MAG. And, finally, I'd just like to say that, local government doesn't like state, state doesn't like federal. But we all like to love our country, and what's happened now, we're going to have to love it more because it looks like gridlock is kind of cemented. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Barker. All right, Mr. Schmidt, it's up to you. You want to do it? You have 2 minutes before the meeting starts? Okay, thank you. Good to see you.
Louis Schmidt, President, Aspen Local 2384, and I just want to thank all the voters of Phoenix, all the citizens, everybody who voted no on Prop 487. We saw the many misleading commercials on TV. We got many misleading mailers. You probably even saw this one, too, on Councilman DeCiccio's Facebook about the 25-year-old librarian that retired with a gazillion pension. And it's good to know that even when we get misleading information like this from some of our electeds, we're still not fooled. The voters spoke up yesterday. I want to thank the council for supporting the pension reform in 2013. The reform you guys did last year and earlier this year to eliminate pension spiking, which was already eliminated, saves over $830-something million. So I want to thank Councilman Valenzuela, Pastor, Councilwoman Thelda Williams, Councilman Bill Gates, Councilwoman Gallego, Councilman Nowakowski, and the mayor for not supporting dark money and not letting dark money overrule what the citizens did in 2013. So thank you for all the citizens, and thank you for all the voters voting no on Prop 47 and not listening to this dark money stuff. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President Schmidt. That is it for citizen comment. We have about 1 minute, and then we're going to start the formal meeting of the City Council. Thank you.